Hello, friends. Wow, it's another exciting day, and you are welcome to Life Center Network, your gateway to possibilities. This is FOLKTALE Fiesta with Auntie Chidinma. Yes, I'm alone today in the studio. I'm sure you're empathizing with me, but not to worry. I'm fine. My friends, your friends, aren't here with me today, but it doesn't change a lot. It doesn't change the fact that I love you, and I'm happy to be before you today to share yet another exciting story. Yes, again, it's FOLKTALE Fiesta with Auntie Chidinma, and I'm live before you right now on Life Center Network. Now, you don't touch humble Auntie Chidinma. Ana Akpokwanum, the early years educator. That means my name is Auntie Chidinma, and I'm called popularly the early years educator. I am your child's favorite storyteller, and on FOLKTALE Fiesta with Auntie Chidinma, we are positioned to help children and families actually emphasize the importance of the mother tongue, knowing that language isn't about just speaking English language, the French language, Spanish, Mandarin, and any other language you have as a lingua franca out there. We believe that every child has a root, and whatever it is that their parents speak and that is spoken by the parents, rather, the children should be able to learn and understand how to speak the same language. So the focus for FOLKTALE Fiesta with Auntie Chidinma includes 3 M's. Usually we say that: mother tongue, merrymaking, and of course a lot of moral lessons we learn from each story to help children in character development. We help children understand and appreciate the importance of behaving well, the importance of values that will help them turn out great in life. So that's it from FOLKTALE Fiesta with Auntie Chidinma. So today we are ready for another story. But before we begin, I'll sing a few of the songs we have enjoyed right here on this TV station with you, and I hope you will love it. So watch me. Nemunye mumpene jubo, nemunye mumpene jubo, simkudanu neriji, simkudanu neriji, nemo mpene buemo, nemo mpene buemo, nemunye mumpene jubo, nemunye mumpene jubo, simkudanu neriji, simwere mpene baya. Nemo mpene buemo, namo mpene buemo, nemu yemu mpene jubo, nemu yemu mpene jubo, nemu yemu mpene jubo, simkudanu neriji, simwere mpene baya, nemo mpene buemo, namo mpene buemo. That's one of the songs we shared when we enjoyed the story about the boy who went to help his mother on the farm to catch the grass cutter. I hope you remember that story, and there are many others. Let me not bore you with more. It's time for us to just get into today's show. Again, if you're just coming online, if you're just joining us, if you're just switching on your TV, it is FOLKTALE Fiesta with Auntie Chidinma. All right. Today's story is titled Obinna and his loving grandma. Let me repeat that again. Today's story is titled Obinna and his loving grandma. Long time ago, in the boisterous village of Okaku, there lived a family of 3, a mother, a father, and their son. Their son's name was Obinna. Like every other family in Okaku community, Obinna's family farmed for a living. They went to farm every other day in the week, and like you would expect, they had lots and lots from their bountiful harvest to sell in the market to get some money, and also to eat. Yes, they had a lot to eat. They enjoyed fruits, vegetables, and plenty things to eat. They lacked nothing as food. So this family lived together like any other normal, wonderful, loving family, until one day something not too pleasant struck. Obinna's mother took ill, and the husband, which is Obinna's dad, his father, and Obinna did all they should do as family to care for the mother of the family. They took her to the village medicine man, and she was taken care of. She stayed in the herbal home for a long time. Obinna would go visit the mother, and sometimes the father would be the one to go visit. And this took a long time, like I said. But unfortunately, Obinna's mother didn't make it. She died. Obinna cried. He mourned. The father was not happy. And as a son who was dear, connected, really loving and connected with the mother, Obinna cried and cried and cried and cried. Nemo, 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 oh, Nemo, oh, Nemo. You know, he had a lot of grief. But like you would know, it didn't change a lot. It didn't bring back his mother. So they buried the mother, and everyone somehow moved on. But Obinna's father realized that he couldn't manage Obinna alone. He couldn't care for him, nurture him as much as the mother used to alongside the father. So he thought of an idea. Could you guess what the idea is? I'll tell you. Obinna's father called him that morning. Obinna! Obinna nwamo! Obinna! And Obinna answered, "Yes, Papa. Yes, Papa." And he ran towards the Obi where the father was seated, and the father shared with him his new plan. Obinna's father told him, "My son, I love you very, very much. But as you can see, your mother is no more, and I really would want you to have a very proper nurturing. There's always the place of a mother in a child's life. I think you would do better if I send you to your maternal family. I will ask my son that you go and stay with your grandma. You need to go and live with her for a while. When you are a bit grown up like a man, I will always come visiting. Okay?" Obinna said, "Oh, Papa," meaning yes, Father. That was how the father and son settled on that little idea, and Obinna's things were packed together, and the father walked him to the end of their village and waved at him as Obinna made his way to his maternal hometown beyond Okaku community. Obinna had a long journey, but finally he arrived in his grandma's house. And like grandmas do, grandmothers are loving. Grandma ran out and ran out. Nwamo, Obi, Nwamo, Obi, Nwamo. Meaning, Obi, my child, Obi, my child, Obi, my child. She ran and ran and ran and embraced him and helped to carry some of his baggages. Hey, Mwam, Ibiala, oh, you are here. How are you? How is your father? Grandmas with lots of questions at the same time. So the grandmother helped him to carry the bag and brought him into her hut. She boiled yam, white yam, and made some oil sauce with pepper, and she served Obinna the meal for him to eat, having just come from a lot and munching. Oh, hell, my grandma, this food is so yummy. Oh, grandma, this is such a delicious meal. That's what he was saying in Igbo language. So he kept eating and eating and eating, and grandma served him a cup of chilled water from her clay pot, from her water pot in her kitchen. Obinna drank and he was happy. And he and grandma sat outside by the moonlight for a while and talked and talked and gisted and talked of lots and lots of things about his village, Okaku. And they went to bed that night. That was how Obinna began to stay with his grandmother. Now, after a few days, grandma noticed that Obinna was always sitting by himself. She stumbled on him sometimes, speaking to himself, feeling sad and depressed and certainly worried about the future. And one of those days, she called him, Obinwam, and he shuddered. He was startled because he didn't realize that grandma was standing at the corner and watching him all along. So he answered, Nem, mother, I'm here. So she told him, Norani, sit down. Let me talk with you. So grandma started to cheer him up and to speak to him, letting him know that even though his mother was dead and gone, she was here for him. Obinwan, if any December, everything will be fine. I want you to be strong. I want you to be courageous. I want you to do everything you can do that is positive to face life and grow up into the man that I know you are. I believe in you, and I don't want you sulking and mourning forever. Don't worry, everything will be fine. So she encouraged him. She made sure he started going out to hang out with friends, some of the other boys in grandma's village. He followed my grandma also sometimes to the farm. He started helping out with cutting the firewood, joining to help with some chores in the house. He picked up life again. He started being that vibrant, wonderful grandson that grandma has always known, and faced life squarely. Now, Obinna's friends in the village, once in a while, sometimes they mocked him, they taunted him. Oh, look at that motherless boy, look at that stupid boy. They did all that. But whenever Obinna came back home, he had his grandma's shoulders to lean on, and grandma will always talk with him, encourage him, motivate him, pump him with a lot of encouragement, so that he didn't take any of those words from his unpleasant friends to heart. That helped him in a lot of ways, and Obinna kept growing. One particular day, Obinna went with two of his friends. He went hunting, and so when they got into the bush, his friends tried their own bait, and when it was time for Obinna also to try to grab and shoot an animal, guess what good thing happened? Obinna shot the first time. It was only one little squirrel he got, and he put it into his bag. Just about when he would feel like he was getting discouraged, he remembered Grandma's words, and he picked up courage again and tried again and tried again and tried again. And this time, Obinna shot an antelope, a big antelope. When his other hunter friends saw the big antelope and saw the big feat that Obinna had achieved that day, they were surprised, they were wowed, they were shocked, and they screamed, "Obinna, how? How did you do it?" And he laughed, he chuckled. "Well, this is it. I've got a big antelope. Ebola mele. I've killed an antelope." And, well, they kept their jealousy aside, that's his friends, and helped to drag the antelope, helped to carry the little alongside with Obinna. As they got back to the village, Obinna managed, with the help of his friends, to put the antelope on his shoulders and just held the antelope, that's the legs this way, with his other bag, with the other squirrel, and started running with excitement towards his grandmother's hut. And he started singing. He sang so excitedly, and of course Grandma heard from inside and ran outside. I want to sing the song with you. I hope you learn, and I hope you sing along. Yeah. Obinna started shouting, "Nene mo ewo mele, bamba mele, ele ele, bamba mele, nene mo ewo mele, bamba mele, ele ele, bamba mele, ele ele, bamba mele, nene mo ewo mele, bamba mele, ele ele, bamba mele, nene mo ewo mele, bamba mele, ele ele, bamba mele." He kept singing and running until he got to the front of his grandmother's hut. And of course, Grandma ran out. "Obinwam, Obinwam, Obinwam." Wow, she embraced him and she helped him to carry the big antelope, and they brought it into the house. She got a big machete and they started cutting, washed the antelope and roasted it, dried meat. They kept some that they used to make yummy ofe nsala, and then they took the rest to the market to sell, and Obinna and the grandmother sold lots and lots of the chunks of the antelope meat, and they had a lot of money, and Grandma and Obinna lived happily ever after. That's the end of my story, friends. I hope you enjoyed my story. Yes, it is still Folktales Fiesta with Auntie Chidinma. We've just shared the story titled Obinna and his loving grandma. Obinna and the loving grandma. What did you learn from today's story? Well, I will share some with you. Number one, from the story, I have learned that family is important. In fact, extended family can be a lot of support. Did you see that? Even though Obinna's mother had died, there was a grandma to support in raising him. So, family is important and family is wonderful. Learn to love and respect members of your family. Appreciate their support and give yours too in return as much as you can when you have the chance. Number 2, lesson from today's story. Hard work pays. It's important to work hard in life. In your academics, in doing the chores that mommy and daddy assign to you at home, if you pay attention, you will certainly do well. And mommy and daddy and anyone else who is helping you to raise you will be proud of you. Number 3, depression and worry wouldn't help anyone. Depression and worry would not help anyone go far. If grandma didn't help Obinna overcome his anxiety, overcome his worries, overcome the depression that was hitting him over his mother's demise, he certainly wouldn't have turned out great, and he possibly might not have become that great hunter that got an antelope on that hunting journey that day. So I hope these few lessons from this story will help you to take on life with intentionality, knowing that everything will work out fine if you just give it a little more time and more hard work. I hope you enjoyed the story. Now, usually, apart from the story we share, the African story, you know, Auntie Chidinma always finds a Bible verse or Bible story to align with the topic, or rather the title or the lesson from the story. We saw that a mother's love is wonderful, and we saw that in grandma playing a motherly role to Obinna. The Bible tells us of